And we're live?
We are.
We are live. Hey, Eagles. Hi, Sandra, Christy, Melody, Danny, Jamie. How you guys doing? Where's everybody else? Is everybody on this chat, on this webinar? I was hoping to have a surprise for you guys today, but it didn't. I ran out of time. I wanted to show up in the webinar with my dyed hair, like with the tint all over the place to make it more fun, but that didn't work. Am I like slow motion here?
There's like a little bit of lag.
A little bit of a delay. What about my voice?
No, it's coming in crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Okay. Let me just flip over to the Team Eagle page and see what's going on. We can get this baby started because Mama Eagle got lots to do. Whew. We have another call after this one. Is Saudi on?
I think so.
Get away from her. Let's go. We are live at the Apollo, guys. Let's go. All right. All right, so we can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start with our recognition. Let me flip back over. Where are thou? Here we go. Hey, Saudi. Can you hear me?
I could.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. George, are you on mute, George?
See, just in case my dog is barking really loud.
You know, this is just how we roll. Before you know it, Mama Dukes is going to be, doing cartwheels behind me. It's all right. It's all good. All right, so we're going to record, right?
Yes.
All right. Tell me when you start, and then I'll start.
Oh, we're good. Start whenever.
Oh, all right. Happy Monday, guys, and welcome to our Monday motivational webinar. I took a poll today and said, you guys want a conference call or do you guys want a webinar? I think you guys just wanted to see my new haircut. That's why you wanted the webinar. But I was hoping to surprise you with my new color, but you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. Anyway, welcome to our 110 new coaches. We had an amazing week last week. You guys are rocking. I guess it's like back to business, back to school.
Back to school,
back into business. Right? That's what it is. Summer is over. So, guys, that brings Team Eagle at a total of, ready? 5,249 Eagles, guys. Awesome. Can we get some noise, George?
Yes, we can.
Let's make some delay reaction. There we go. All right. Okay, so our top sponsor this week, who also got a shout out on the National Wake Up Call today, Carolina Pauta. George, hit it.
I'm slow.
That is so funny.
All right, and this is why the guys like the webinar. All right. And our top producers are, straight from George's downline, Vivian Moraes and Sally Santos Kimball. Hit it, George.
Uh-oh. I'm not in that screen.
All right. Awesome. Go you. Yeah, announcement, guys. Congratulations to our newest emeralds, to Joy Gilbreth, Crystal Rosas, Ashley Valencia, and Wilfred Martinez. Can we give them a shout out?
Cha-ching.
All
That
right.
means they're making money.
Well, you know what? I like George. You know what? That's the amazing thing when you hit Emerald. I know we have a lot of new coaches on the call because we keep adding new coaches every week. And that's when the fun starts, right? When you hit Emerald. So thanks for the cha-ching. All right. All right. Hold up a second.
I'm muting it.
Okay. And what's our next ransom badge? Oh, we have a new Ruby, but that's not going to last for too long, right, Saudi?
Not at all.
And who's our new Ruby? Go ahead, Saudi.
Priscilla
Shout her out.
Clemente. Go, Priscilla.
Yay!
Congratulations. She'll be diamond next week.
All right. And speaking of diamonds, let's congratulate our newest diamond coach, Dolly Cabreja. Yay, congratulations, Dolly. George, hit it. We have a new diamond.
That gets special treatment.
I get special treatment. Hey, listen, speaking of diamonds, before we move on to our couple of updates, yes, Edith, I'm crazy. My sister just called me crazy. She's here with me. But anyhow, I just lost my train of thought about rank advancements, diamonds. So, for those of you that don't know, we have a new diamond boot camp that's happening in Team Eagle, and it's hot off the press, amazing training. So if you are an Emerald and above and you've completed the Coach Basic training, make sure to reach out to your sponsor, to your upline diamond, and tell them that you want in for the next diamond boot camp. Okay? Of course, if that's your goal, you want to get into this diamond boot camp. All right, so just a couple of updates, and we're gonna dive in to the topic for tonight, which is just a continuation of the National Wake Up Call today. Is that me diving? Okay.
I'm delayed.
I know. I'm delayed too. Do you see me? Do I look delayed? Oh goodness gracious! I want a funny face. You guys want to see me with a funny face? No, I gotta stay serious on here. No funny faces.
I don't know.
All right, so guys, we have. You don't know how to stop it? We're having a birthday cake. How am I supposed to concentrate with Saudi looking like a dog eating a cake? There you go.
Are
I'm
we having
playing with
cake?
the thing. I was looking for the sound. Okay, that's it. Let's back to business.
Okay. All right, guys. So we have 2 weeks left for the month. I keep looking down because I have notes that I took. This year is flying right by us. But if you're not where you need to be with your Success Club goal for the month, you still have 2 weeks. You can make it happen. You can make it happen. So we've got an amazing challenge pack promotion going on. Everybody knows that the 21-day fix is because 98% of the population struggle with nutrition. And this program really has been a huge breakthrough. That's why when it was released back in March, that just joined Team Beachbody, back in March, we were sold out for, I don't know, for a couple of weeks. It was completely back ordered. And that was just a huge sign that this country really is struggling with nutrition. Because that's the hardest part. And we at Team Beachbody help people live the healthy, fulfilling life. And the 21-day fix, guys, is the solution, guys, truly, with nutrition. So it is on sale this month. 2 more weeks left. The challenge pack in Spanish and also in English. $140. That's it. Guys, make it happen. I know that Saudi posted on Team Eagle a great follow-up. For those of you that have, prospects that are still either in step 3 or step 4 and not too sure, go back and reach out to these folks and let them know about this promotion. Let them know that this is happening because they had expressed interest to you. When I worked in the bank, that's what we used to do all the time. When we would reach out to our prospects and we had some sort of special going on, to say, hey, Joe Smith, I just thought about you because the last time you spoke, you told me that you wanted to XYZ. And guess what? I have this amazing product that's going to help you get to XYZ. You know, you follow me? All right, cool. All right, so 2 more weeks, guys. 21-day fix. And on top of that, Mr. Carl Deichler is going to reward the top 100 Success Club earners with a $100 bill in a frame. So, and I know, you know, I know Carl. He's actually doing this by himself. Like, he's literally doing this for us, okay? What else am I missing for this month? Any goodies for this month? Any goodies for this month? I think so. We have a new program coming out. P90. P90 is coming out, and there's about 18 of us this week that are going to be working out live with Tony Horton. I think it's on Friday morning. We're working out with Tony. We're going to be doing P90 live with Tony. I actually did it yesterday as an elite coach. Saudi and I got a sneak peek with the P90. I did it yesterday, 24 minutes, and it kicked my butt. Totally kicked my butt. My sister is proof of it. She watched while Tony kicked my butt. So hit Success Club 5, you get the P90 t-shirt. Hit Success Club 10, you get the t-shirt and the cap. All right? All right. So that's that for the month of September. But wait, there's actually more. There's one huge event that we're going to close out for the month of September. It is our last Super Saturday for the year. We are, you know, so blessed to have Jeff Hill coming to our event. And I just want to say, you know, thank you to you guys, because you guys have done an amazing job at registering for this event. You know, I can't stress enough that truly Team Eagle is the face of New York City for Team Beachbody. We are just a couple of coaches away to hit 500. So I challenge us that while we're away this week, that we're going to close it out at 600. You think they can do it, Saudi? Can we do this?
I think so.
We could do it.
For sure.
It'll happen before the week's over.
Yeah, especially since you just put it out there. That just makes it all.
So guys, we have, how many coaches did I say we have? 5,249 coaches.
Mickey has a
and
delay.
that's 206 guys. Yeah, there seems to be a delay. But can you guys hear me? What's most important is that you guys can hear us.
We could.
As long as you guys can hear.
It's weird because your mouth and your face is doing something else.
Okay. So yeah, so we can definitely make this happen, guys. Team Eagle, we have a reputation for having the best Super Saturday, and we're going to close out the year having the best Super Saturday. So, all right, next. So, as you know, Beachbody, for the last couple of years, and for those that are new, just so you know, we always have the Cup Challenge. However, this time, our first time ever that Beachbody has a full classic. Very similar to the Cup Challenge, but for this one, just a tad bit different. And this is where you are going to team up with a success partner. So I hope that you guys were on the call this morning. It was truly with Julie Voris, who's the 9-star, the guest speaker. It was amazing. We wanted to think of Success Club partners and what it truly means, and especially because we're having this full classic, and registration starts tomorrow. I mean, no, not tomorrow. It starts on the 18th, which is on Thursday. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So full classic. Get registered. And we're going to talk about Success Club. But let me just share. Do a quick highlight about what's for grab. First of all, it's BAU, it's business as usual. Earn Success Club. You're helping people. But on top of that, icing on the cake, and we are going to be winning prizes and also a chance to win a paid trip to Monica. Of teams that have placed in the top 10. So I know, guys, that we're gonna do it this time. Not. Let's close it out. You know, let's bang it out. Let's bang out Super Saturday. Let's bang out the Fall Classic. Let's put Team Eagle up on the map. Okay. So coaches are gonna pair in teams of 2. With a maximum of 1 diamond. So for further questions on this, go to the FAQs on your back office, 1854. 1854. And for the brand new coaches that are on this webinar.
Wait, Mickey, because I know some people don't know what an FAQ is. When you go in your back office, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's these tiny little letters, and one of them says FAQ, and then you just put that number that Mickey mentioned. And if you want to search for anything, you can just put it in the search bar, and you'll find FAQs on all sorts of stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for that clarification. So if you're not sure on who should be your success partner, please ensure that, especially with our newer coaches, that just you guys want to dive into this business, and I commend all of you because this really is an amazing opportunity. Reach out to your sponsoring coach, and your sponsoring coach will help you get to, team you up with a success partner. Okay? All right. Apologies again about the buffering that's going on. It's out of our control, so we're going to do our best. I can't say I'm going to keep up with my facial reactions because it's kind of hard. But all right, so let's talk about success partners. Why does that make sense? I actually have, hold on one second, I need to pull something up that I want to share with you guys. But first, let me read. It's success partners, it's accountability partners, basically the same thing. So I found this great picture that talks about accountability. It's, you will only hold yourself accountable for goals that others know about. Tell someone what you're up to. That's what accountability means. When you share what your goals are with someone else. Because now it's out there. And the reason why so many people don't put their goals out there is because they're scared to be held accountable. But those that want to succeed in life will bypass the fear of being held accountable. I shared in my new Coach Basic group, one of the young ladies in my group posted her first video, and she was very scared. And I said to her, it's when you step out of your comfort zone that you will taste success. If you stay in that little box that 98% of the population live in, 98% of the population live in a poverty mentality. And that's not you, right, guys? It's not you. That's why you're on this webinar. That's why you want this to work for you. You have to start feeling comfortable, feeling uncomfortable. And that's why today, when the national call was going on, I shared that what a success partner does, it does not entertain your BS. Hands down. A success partner, an accountability partner is going to be someone that's going to call you out when you're BSing. because that's the only way you're going to grow. And that's why it's, we're going to help you team up with a success partner. Because at the end of the day, you can't have a success partner that BS's as much as you do or does even more BS than you do, because then you're not going to push each other. I hope that makes sense.
Totally.
No BS. Yeah, no BSing allowed. Okay. So what I'm going to share tonight, and Saudi and George, feel free to definitely jump in. And I've also asked my sister to share something about accountability partners, and I'll call you, Edith, when I'm ready for that. Because our goal is to help each and every one of you that want this. But you need to really have that desire and that drive to want to make this happen, and be comfortable stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay. All right. So, 5 reasons why an accountability partner will help you conquer a goal. Number 1, they're going to be your biggest cheerleader. Your accountability partner is going to be your biggest cheerleader. And it first starts by the 2 of you sharing your goals. You have to share your goals with one another. What is it that you want, and why do you want it? What and why? What is it that you want, and why do you want it? And then also identify what's driving you to want that goal. What's driving you to want it? You have to identify that, and you have to put it out there. You have to share it with your partner. You're going to be in a no BS zone. That's the only way it's going to work. Okay? So your partner is going to be your motivator. And there are going to be days, guys, where you're going to be tested. When your motivation and mental strength is going to be tested. So I don't know whether most of you are this or not, but and this is what I'm going to ask George, to come in when talking about the mental strength, because we don't realize. Some of us don't realize inside of us. We just have to continue to dig deep just a little bit more. A little bit more. And, George was in this crazy event this past weekend, and I know that it was much more than a physical competition. As I was reading and I was following some of the posts that he was putting, I'm like, this is all mental. And we can definitely apply this to our life. And so I asked George before the webinar if he can just share, just in a couple, 2 or 3 minutes, George, what came out of that for you, and how are you going to apply what you learned this past weekend in your business, and then you can share, because we're all about paying it forward. And whatever experiences we go through is so important to share it. Because you just never know if it's just that one person that may need to, hear your testimony. So George, is all yours.
What's up, everybody? All right, so basically what this event was, it was like kind of a military-style Navy SEAL type training that went on all night long, kind of like a Spartan on crack, I guess you can say. And it covered the entire night. We went 16 miles. About just under 13 hours with 45-pound book bags on our back full with bricks and all kinds of extra stuff. And they started the event in Queens, and it was about teamwork. So the entire event was all about teamwork and building trust with other people, depending on each other, and really just a mental challenge, right? Because eventually, there's no way that you can train for this, right? So I did all kinds of weird things to train for it, and I wasted my time, because literally you either show up and you do it and you survive because you're mentally ready to survive and you're not going to quit, and that's about it, because there's nothing else that I could have done to do it any better or any worse. I mean, if you don't work with the people behind you and in front of you and to your side, you're not going to make it. There's plenty of times throughout the night when people had to look at me and say, You got this, man. You're going to be all right. Do you need help with anything? Can I take your book bag for a few minutes? Can I do this? Can I do that? And we picked each other up and carried each other for a while. It was ridiculous. And basically, there was people that had shirts and patches that, I mean, you can fill in the blanks. The initials were DFQ, don't something quit, because that's what it comes down to. There was people of all fitness levels there. There was policemen, there was firefighters, there was doctors, there was nurses, there was people like me. There was actually other Beachbody coaches. I was actually surprised. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" But it's a mental challenge, and anything that you set your mind to do, you can accomplish. The event started at 9 p.m. and the first 2 hours was physical training to make us, to try to break us, essentially, in the first 2 hours, to see anybody who wasn't ready to keep on going was going to take a taxi home. They told everybody, bring 20 bucks and a license, because you're going to need $20 to get a cab home if you're not ready to keep going throughout the night. So after the first 30 minutes, mentally, I was done. I was like, holy crap, what did I get myself into? You know, like, I still have 12 hours to go. How am I going to do this? And I'm sure I'm not the only person that felt like this. I mean, I had been training and practicing for like 3 months now. So what happened was something triggered in my head, and I looked at the person next to me, and I said, we're not going to quit. There's no way in hell that we're going to go home. I don't care if you have to carry me all night long or if I have to carry you all night long. We're going to make it to the end, and we're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And we did, and my body went numb, and you figure if 30 minutes in I had to already step out of my comfort zone and stay out of my comfort zone for another 15 miles and 12 hours, like, what else can you accomplish? You know, we got to the end. We were right under the Freedom Towers, and the guy looked at us and he said, in the beginning of the night, somebody screwed up, and I told you guys that you were going to do 300 burpees holding your book bags in the air, and 300 squat thrusts. Literally, a tear fell down my eyes, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do that right now. I can't even endure anything else, and my body's about to like break and collapse. But I started to cry, and I said, I'm not going to quit now. I made it 12 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to keep going. There's no way in hell that I'm going to quit in the last 15 minutes. Lucky for us, he was just kind of messing around with us, and he only made us go for another 25 reps, and then it was over. But it was intense, and you can do anything. Literally, you can do anything you put your mind to. I saw a 100-pound girl carrying a guy that was twice her weight over her shoulders over the Queens, what bridge is that? The Queensboro Bridge, whatever that was. And that's a pretty long bridge, and we had to walk, and she did it all the way across with this guy on her back. You know, and I guarantee you, before she was told to do that, she didn't think she can do it. So the same thing applies to your business. You know, we psych ourselves out. We say, oh, I can't do this. How am I ever going to accomplish this goal? How am I ever going to get to that rank? How am I ever going to make this much money? But don't worry about it. Just do it. Just keep on going. Push past all the negative BS that's in your head. Push past all those little voices that tell you that you can't do it, and just do the things that you need to do to get there. And then when you get there, you look back. You look back and you say, wow, I just accomplished this great thing. You know, like, look at what I just did. I hit this goal that I thought was impossible. You know, if somebody would have asked me a year and a half ago if I would be sitting right here where I am today, I would have said, no way, that's not possible. This stuff just isn't real, you know, and here I am now today looking back going, you know, like, wow, look at how far I've come. And I could only imagine where I'll be a year and a half from now. You know, I'm not going to worry about how tough it's going to be to get to 10-star diamond or 15-star diamond or to do this or do that. I'm just going to do it. And when I get there, I'm going to be like, yes, I did it. Now I'm going to show someone else how to do it. And you can't do it alone, and we all need success partners. We all need accountability partners. Put it out there. Tell everybody what your goals are, and stop worrying what's going to happen or what you're going to look like if you do or don't get your goals. You just get it done. And, I mean, I don't know. That's all I have. I hope it helps.
Wow, George, that was amazing. Totally amazing. You know, this reminded me of the leadership adventure that they had Mickey and I do, and how scared we were and how we just wanted to walk away before we even started the whole thing. I know Mickey must be thinking about it right now, wherever she is. We lost her, right?
I think we lost her.
Yeah, looks like we did. She was frozen for a little bit. But but you know, it was similar, a similar assignment, and there's something that happens to you, and all I know is that after this weekend, if you were on fire, oh my God, you're just gonna be a unstoppable beast, because once you find that inner strength that you found, that extra piece, it's just gonna take you to a whole nother level. Hey, Nikki, you're back.
I'm back. Sorry.
I was telling them how I was remembering the assignment that you and I had to do, the challenge at leadership last year, how you and I looked at each other and we wanted to walk away and just not even do it, right?
Yep. I sure did. And it was all about having a success partner next to you. And there was just no way that I was going to let you down, Saudi. There was just no way. I just, you know, I totally forgot about my pain, because you remember that's when I had my shoulder pain.
Yeah.
And I was very concerned. But at that moment, it was the adrenaline that just it just took over.
Definitely.
And it kicked the bullshit to the curb. That's what it did. It's like, stop the bullshit. You need to help Saudi. And that's what we need to do with our success partners. You know, that's what we do for each other. So George, you know, thank you so much, you know, for sharing that. Thanks, dude. Okay. Let me go back to can you guys still see me?
We can see you.
Okay, cool. So thank you for, you know, definitely for sharing that. You know, accountability partners can definitely help you push through any type of struggle, challenge, anxiety, and realize that the obstacles that we perceive as mountains are merely bumps along the path, guys. Sometimes we give our mountains too much credit, seriously. What you really need to take a look at is how big our God is, because he's definitely bigger than that mountain, I'll tell you that much. All right. The third thing is that success partners, accountability partners, we celebrate every milestone throughout our journey. It doesn't matter how small. And sometimes we focus so much on getting to the finish line that we forget to celebrate the little things that you're doing along the way. Those little things that are getting you closer to that goal, you know? And Saudi, this is where I would love for you, you know, to just jump in and talk about that when we commit, because commitment is it's sometimes a kind of like a scary word, commitment. You know, that's why a lot of people don't get married, because they're scared of the commitment. Like, oh, I don't know, I can't commit to this. Just the same way we've had cup challenges before, and they used to be in group of 5s. And I know many of you that are on this webinar can feel my pain that sometimes you had like 2 out of the 5 people that just never showed up. And that truly affected the team. And it is one thing that really pisses me off, because I'm going to say pisses me off, not just in my business, but in my personal life, is that when somebody says, I do, I'm going to commit to this, you know, that's your word. That's who you are. And then when you don't show up, that's pretty foul. That's pretty foul that after you gave that commitment, all of a sudden, you know, life throws a curveball at you and then you run the other way. And that is when you need to really show up. That is when you really need to show up. You know, I did say I was going to give this to Saudi, didn't I? But I'm still talking. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I will give it over to Saudi. But, you know, there's so many coaches that are on Team Eagle that have shared with me, with Saudi, with George, that this business of helping people is what has taken them out of their darkness. That even though they've had X, Y, Z happen to them, they still show up here. They show up to their challengers. When, you know, maybe when they wanted to give up, but they knew that those challengers were dependent on them showing up. So, you know, Saudi, I know you and I, you know, we've spoken about the importance about that commitment and what that commitment means, and I know you're very passionate about that. So
sometimes I feel like you close challenge packs for me. Oh man, I could go on and on about this topic, but I'm going to touch a few things, and one of them is, like Jeff Hill said this morning, with the fall class, there's nowhere to hide. Has to happen, and to kind of go over what Mickey said about when we are in the Cup Challenge and there's always that weakest link. That's where George's story comes in. You can't, yeah, you're going to get pissed at the weakest link, and yeah, you're going to feel like giving up yourself, and I've been there. But I did learn something in one of my Cup challenges, and that is that there's always a reason why that weakest link is weak. And you have to do exactly what George did and carry that person through and go find out why they're giving up. Why isn't it working? Go on their Instagram and figure it out. And the same Fall Classic, and why not, and with the Fall Classic, it'll be easier. So let's say you have your accountability partner. Quick to say, oh, I don't like my accountability partner. They don't keep me on check. Well, you know what? Your accountability partner is not going to keep you in check until you do the things that have to be done prior to building that relationship, like was shared on today's call. So Mickey and I have the confianza. I'm going to say it in Spanish. How do you say that in English, Mickey?
Trust.
Trust.
We have that. Yeah, we have that trust with each other. Well, I'll tell Mickey, listen, yo, did you hit it? Like, what are you doing? Where are you going on vacation? But you have to hit Success Club by this date. Like, I could tell her that now. But we build that relationship, and it was built through making it to events together, meeting up one-on-one. We did something that was called Field Day with our coaches, to try to bring the energy that her and I were bringing to each other, to our coaches. So start focusing on building your relationship with your success partner before you just throw in the towel and say, oh, she's not good for me. Because a lot of us want a success partner that's going to do the work for you. Just like the history that some of you have in this business, that you're in and out. Like Mickey said, you don't have certain days, you're hot and cold. The same thing with your success partner. You can't expect your success partner to be all in if you're not all in. So give your success partner the opportunity to be the person that you want them to be, but also be an example of what you want them to be for you, meaning you have to be going all in. You have to be calling them out. You have to be the success partner that you want in return. Don't slacker and sit there and say, oh, my success partner sucks. No, you suck. You have to be that person, right, that does the things that you want to be done to you. And you're going to see a lot of things happen and a lot of things change in your business. And you're going to have many success partners. Mickey doesn't know, but I cheat on her all the time. I have a few other coaches.
I cheat on you too, for your information, all right? So there, we put it out in the open.
That call me out, and they're like, you know what, Saudi, I need you today. Like, I need your energy. And I'll go down the line with some of the things that are happening, and we'll figure it out, and they go and apply it. And they go and make it happen. But some of us just want like that person who's just going to be doing it for us. And that's not the way it works. Teamwork is divided so that the task doubles, so that the tasks are divided so that the success doubles.
Amen.
Right? Do you agree, Mickey, on that?
1,000%.
So, my advice to you guys is don't think about being in the Fall Classic. Like, it's already in my phone that I have to register, and you should do the same, because that way you can actually build a foundation now to grow your business and choose your accountability partner the way they said today, somebody that you're attracted to. It always helps that they're in your upline or downline, so you both maximize bonus and all that stuff, but that's a whole nother call. The other thing that I wanted to say is that this is an opportunity. A lot of us think, oh, there go Mickey and Saudi and George, they're telling us to do this now. No, this is an opportunity for you to grow your business with an accountability partner so that you can make it fun and do things that people will see from the outside. Most of the time, Mickey and I get these messages, and even when we're hanging out with George, like, I want to hang out with you, George, and Hector, and Mickey. How do I do that? That's what you want. That's what you want to build. If you see other coaches hanging out with each other, you know, why don't you shoot them a message and say, when are you guys hanging out again? I want to come. And then you find out if that person is somebody that you have a chemistry with. You know, I don't know if you wanted me to touch anything in particular. I just went by what I heard on the call today. I also heard Jeff say that it's all based on the compound effect. You know, all these things that you will do through this fall classic is going to compound into making you successful in your business. And it's all those little things that you're going to do now to stay engaged every single day and to make your business amazing and awesome.
What I want to add onto that, because it's a word that keeps popping up with, you know, some of the coaches, that they feel overwhelmed. Do you get that, Saudi, George?
I get it all the time, and honestly, you feel overwhelmed because maybe you're not having fun with it. Like, I love this business. I love being busy and overwhelmed. Like, I know this is making me successful. I know I'm making a change in other people's lives. I know that my family is going to reap the benefits and they're all well, but maybe that's the problem. Maybe you don't know what the benefit is going to be because you're never getting past a certain level in your business, so you're not reaping the benefits, so then you're hating the things that you're doing because you're not making any money. So that probably ties into their why. You know, why do you like this business? I always remember when you guys put me on the spot and made me do my first call, and I said, you know, I would work for Beachbody for free. I don't care if the money's taken away from me one day. I will still work this business because this business is what keeps me healthy and fit. If this gets taken away from me, I will go back to where I was before. So maybe you guys can tap into that first, and then the business will come. You know, I honestly don't have dollar signs in my eyes when I'm closing a challenge pack. I may think about Success Club points and, you know, the trips and the weight loss, and then the income just follows.
Yeah, and that's why, you know, and the reason why I bring up the word overwhelm again is because lately I've been hearing that a lot. And I had a conversation with one of my coaches, and we're going back and forth, and every time she would come with an excuse, I would just go right back with a solution. And she's like, you're calling me out, right? I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. You tell me.
I thought this Lainey posted a cute little video. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, where she felt like that at one point, and then what she started doing was she always talks about her notebook, and she created like a Saudi file, and everything I would put out there that may be overwhelming, because we do give a lot of information, because as it comes to us, we give it. We give it because we want you to grow. We're not holder backers, right? So she would put it in a file, and as she completed one thing, she would move to the next and move to the next and move to the next. If you're getting overwhelmed with information, just pretty much organize yourself and think back to maybe when you started your job. If you have a day job, if you have a career, you were given a bunch of information at one time and they told you, here, figure it out, right? You figured it out. They probably gave you a week training tops. Beachbody doesn't give you a limit as to when you stop learning. You go at your own pace. Now, if you go hard, if you do the Eric Worre way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Eric Worre 30-day challenge. If you want to go that route, you're only going to build a 6-figure income. So you go hard, you reap the benefits. You go slow, you make slow money. And then you get bored, and then you get overwhelmed, and then you don't like it. And then network marketing doesn't work. That's what it is.
Yeah, but network marketing does work. What doesn't work are the people.
Exactly.
And the reason, you know, like I hear some folks are writing down about time management. Listen, every successful person has the same 24 hours as you and I do. Everybody does. It's what you do with those 24 hours. Because I'm going to keep it real, guys. You know, there are times where I find myself like running around, and I realize, Mickey, use it and manage your time right. Do I blame Beachbody for this? No, I take responsibility. I put my big girl panties on, and I look down, and I'm like, okay, Mickey, what is it that you need? Manage your time.
Get a calendar. Make a list. Go on Google. Create your task list, and learn to manage your tasks, which was something really hard for me to do because I wanted to do everything right there, in that minute. And we cannot do that. You know, a lot of you see me now as a successful coach who works from home, but I'm going to be really honest with you. I built my empire working a full-time job with 2 kids in sports and a husband that I had to care for. And I was able to manage my time better when I had all that going on than now. So for those who are new to this team and think, oh yeah, I can never do what Saudi does because Saudi works from home. No, I worked a full-time job too. And I had my little one in 2 activities that were consuming me. I had my older one that I had to drive around everywhere. And you know what? I made it work and I made it happen. Creating lists, reading books to manage my time. The first book that I read was Eat That Frog, and it helped me stop being a procrastinator. I started to use Google task list where I would move things from one day to another. And one quick assignment I can tell you to do is create a dumping ground. Take a piece of paper, a notebook, and dump everything that you need to do that you haven't done from months ago. Talking about, like, if you haven't washed your curtains, if you haven't vacuumed the rug in a month, all the things that you have to do, put them on a list. We learned this in Franklin Covey. And you're going to find hundreds of things. And once you start tackling that list, it will be like practice for you to learn how to manage your time. And even if you have to create reports from your back office to manage your customers and you haven't done it, all that, put it on your dumping ground. Start moving things from one day to another, and you're going to be able to find time. It's not that you don't have the time. It's that you're using your time on things that are not building your business. And I'll give you another example. This morning, I'm running on a really tight task list right now because we're leaving tomorrow night, Mickey and I. So I had to work my business because I show up to my business every single day no matter what. So I worked 2 power hours, meaning I turned off all chats, I turned off Facebook, I didn't even go into my email. And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I worked my business before everybody was up. And I got so much done. So the whole day was clear for Saudi to do whatever she wanted. And you know what that taught me? That's what I need to be doing to make myself a better coach, working from home, not having time, because I don't have more time than you all do, you know? So that'll be another call.
Yeah. We went from success partners to time. But you know what? It's okay.
It goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand. And yeah, George, successful people are up at 4 a.m. for that reason. That's for sure. That's why my other success partner, she's gonna wake me up at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. So that was number 3, right? We were talking about celebrating the small steps along the way of your journey. And guys, when you team up with your success partner, write down your goals. Like, write them down. Make it visual, because we are people of vision, and if you don't see your goals, you're not going to work towards them. You're just not. If you don't see them, if it's in your laptop, you've got to have it somewhere so you can look at it every day. It's like, I committed to this. I'm going to be checking with my success partner, and checking with your success partner can be a daily text, inbox through Facebook, a phone call, whatever it is, whatever method you both agree, make it happen. And most importantly, share what your challenges are. Share what is it that's holding you back. Put it out there so that when you're sharing your weekly numbers, if they're not where they need to be, then your success partner can say, oh, by the way, Mickey, have you been waking up at 6:30 every morning? Because I text you and you don't text me back. Something to that effect. So they're going to call you out. And do not be upset with your success partner when they call you out, because that's the whole purpose of having a success partner. It's not someone that's going to, rub, stroke your shoulder. Oh, it's okay that you didn't do it this week. No, It's not okay because you told me that the reason you wanted this to work for you is because you want to be a stay-at-home mom because your husband just lost his job and you need to replace that income. So get your ass off the bed. Okay? Bam. All right. I'm sorry. Did I go on a did I just lose my mind? A little bit. Okay. It's okay. I think the team likes when I lose my mind a little bit. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right. What's the next one? The next one is Edith. You want to come here? This is why I'm going to call you over here. So what I want to share, Edith actually asked me to share it, but since she was the one that lived it and breathed it, I thought it was best for her. It may not be something major because you may not think it's major, but there's some people out here that when you share that story, it's going to be major. So get over here.
I'm thinking, what story am I supposed to share?
So, as some of you may or may not know,
that's what a success partner does.
Exactly, right? Call her out. I just called her out. Like, get your ass over here.
Look, I'm a little head.
So my niece, her daughter, went off to college, and she has a couple of roommates, and there was a whole process in selecting these roommates. And when Edith shared that with me, I'm like, hey, that's like having a success partner. Edith, can you share that? Because that way people understand the meaning, the value and why there has to be, because there has to be a connection. I think Saudi said, I think you said, I may be putting words in your mouth.
I did.
You did? You know what I'm going to say?
Yes.
So now,
keep on.
Well, tell everyone else what you were going to say.
No, what I was going to say is that at the end of the day, you don't want to be with a success partner where there's no chemistry. Because sometimes, hey, listen, if you don't have chemistry with your spouse, then you got a problem. Because a big problem. So same thing with a success partner. Like there has to be some sort of chemistry in there. So with that, Edith, can you just share?
Sure. So anyhow, one of the things that the university where my daughter is attending, what they did first of all was they opened up a Facebook group for the 2018 graduates, and so as we paid the deposit to secure our children's spot, they would add them to this Facebook group. And the purpose behind it was for them to start making connections. So this way, on their first day, they can at least feel like. Process, my daughter became very friendly and connected to this one girl, Cutie Pie, connected with one of her roommates. And what they did was, when filling out the page for the dorm, if they wanted to dorm with someone, was they each requested each other to guarantee that they would have selected this girl, Christina, to be her roommate, but Christina would not pick my daughter to be her roommate. The chances of them getting room together were going to be slim to none, because they want to make sure that just because it's like if I want Saudi to be my success partner, doesn't necessarily mean that Saudi wants to work with me. I may feel that I have a connection with Saudi. Saudi may not feel like she has a connection with me, and so that partnership may not work. Same thing with a marriage, right? I may, well, not me, I'm married already, but so this is just an example. But even when I first met my husband, I knew that I was going to marry him. He may have had other ideas. Thank God he had the same ideas as me, and so hence we've been together, married for 18 years. So
yeah, only Harry could tolerate me for 18 years.
He's the only man on this earth that will be able to deal with me. That's true. My mom says he will be declared a saint when he dies for putting up with me. Anyhow, that's a side note. But the thing is that you need to have, like Mickey said, that connection, that rapport, so that you can work together. And so when listening to the call this morning and knowing we were going to speak about success partners today, I thought, oh, geez, this is similar to the whole process of when my daughter had to fill out that form, because she could pick anyone, but didn't mean that they were going to room her with that person. That other person had to also request her. And needless to say, they are roommates, and they're having a wonderful friendship so far, and it's working. Same thing with Success Partners. One thing that I did do, and I did put it in the chat, is that I created a file in Team Eagle for those who are looking for a success partner to put their name and contact information on there, just so that other coaches who are looking will know, because you may not know that someone that you have a connection with is looking for a success partner, and maybe that's a starting point. Obviously, the other way is speaking to your sponsor coach to see which is the best person for you. So that's it. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
You may go back to your corner.
I'm gonna go to my corner now. She has me on timeout.
You know what happened today? Not to go a little off topic, but when I was ordering my salad at Fairway, ordering he was a good-looking guy in a suit, whatever, and he was ordering like some kind of shaved chicken or whatever, and he was telling his friend how he needed a woman that was a gym rat and like to meal prep, and I couldn't help myself but crack up, and I was like, I have the perfect woman for you. But he was selling himself to his friend. He's like, but it makes total sense. Like, that would be ideal, perfect match. So Edith, that is awesome, and we should literally put out there exactly what we're looking for with our partners, right?
Yep. Just so I needed another emerald in my life. So, and actually now I have 2 success partners, and
you two timing chicks.
No, but we have a group chat, so we're all together.
But you can't register for the full classic.
No,
we need 3 people. So I'm
but
sorry,
we still can have a threesome. It's okay.
Oh my God! You see?
All right, so let's go to point 5.
Just say
Point 5. Let's see. Where was I? Let me flip over. Okay. Were we still on number? Did I even get to number 4? Your success partner will make sure that your goal remains a priority. Oh yeah, that's when I started sharing the fact that you need to share what your goals are. You need to share your goals with each other so that you both can keep each other on track. All right? And number 5 is success partners prove that you don't have to go it alone. So many coaches want to do this completely on their own. They isolate themselves from the team, from their sponsoring coach, because they have it all figured out. And Saudi, how many times have those coaches that try to do it on their own come back home?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work, especially Team Eagle is a brand. It's a family. So by you not showing up and isolating yourself from the team, you're encouraging your coaches to do the same, because our team does what we do. So you have to show up and hope that they make connections with other people, because you're going to get so big if you do all the things we shared tonight and you find your success partner and you work your business like it's going out of business. You're going to grow, and you're not going to be able to have that little maybe connection that you have right now with your team. If you're small, you're going to grow so big that you want your team to be building crazy relationships throughout Team Eagle so that they get fired up enough to build their team.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of coaches isolate their team. They don't send them to calls. Like, how many of you sent text messages to coaches that need to be on these type of webinars, because you need them to fall in love with Team Eagle? I know I did. I sent like 5 while I was sitting here, because I do whatever it takes to get my people to get a little taste of what this team is about. Just hearing George's story, I'm at a win-win with everybody that came on this webinar tonight. Mm-hmm. And then what I do when we get 30, I inbox it to everybody and their mother, because my hopes is that my team, whatever level they're in, is that they fall in love with George, Mickey, and the entire Team Eagle, because that's how you build a team. and you build a family.
All right, George, make some new T-shirts. Okay. Thank you, Saudi. So, guys, it's, keep in mind, when you team up with an accountability partner / success partner, to aim, and we're going to do our best, if you can't find one, to partner you guys up with someone that's going to challenge you, and keep you engaged, give you a sense of accomplishment. We've got to seek out people that we admire and that we respect in order for us to reach higher heights. So I hope that this webinar tonight has inspired you, giving you a different perspective, having a success partner. I love that Beachbody decided to do this fall classic with success partners versus having the five to a team, because at the end of the day, there's so many of us that do want a success partner. So this is the icing on the cake because we're going to get rewarded for it. So, all right, guys. So that's all I have on my end. 2 more weeks. It happened. Reach your goals. Don't give up. Isn't that our motto this year? Never give up.
Or like George said, DFQ.
Or the new one is DFQ.
DFQ.
DFQ. Definitely DFQ. Do we have a couple?
I'm gonna take this chat and I'm gonna make a book and I'm gonna sell it on Facebook.
I'm gonna sell it on Facebook.
Good shit. The chat, our chat here.
All right, guys. So it's recorded. George will put this up shortly. Yes. And you guys have an awesome evening. You're going to be hearing a lot from us because most of us are leaving by Wednesday. We'll all be out in Arizona. Leadership. So excited.
Can't wait.
I'm excited. It's a mini summit. So instead of having 7,000 people, there's only 500.
And one piece of advice I can share with you guys is that act like you're there. Share what's going on. We're going to be sharing all kinds of pictures. Collect everything that you can. Make your own album and set the date that you will be there next year. And share it. Put it on Facebook. Put it out there. Show people what your team and your leaders are doing and what they're a part of and what you work hard for. Stop being a holderbacker and being afraid of maybe sounding salesy, or maybe people are going to think I just want, to sell a challenge pack because I want to go on a trip. No, they want to go on the trip too. And you need to share that they can be on a trip because of what we do. And how do you share that? By sharing our success and challenging yourself to be there, visualizing yourself there. I made it to leadership, to my first leadership, because I wanted to be there because I saw other coaches sharing their success on Facebook. So do the same and challenge yourself and set a date and set a goal, and you can be there too.
And with that, have a good night, guys. Go
good
crush
night,
your
everybody.
goals. And I
gotta go pack all this stuff. Anyone want to help me pack?
Oh boy, I need to do that too. But first, I have another call. Peace out.
Right.
Peace
out.
Good night. Mickey, give me 5 minutes to be on that one. I have to go plug my charger.
Got you. Me too. Bye.